everyone, welcome back to Sam's Auto Maintenance channel. Today I will be working on my 23 Volvo XC90 B6. I will be changing out the rear differential and the front differential and the Haldex or the all-wheel drive system. So first of all, the things you're going to need, I'm going to start with the rear def and then work on the Haldex or all-wheel drive system second, and then we'll do the front differential. The tools that you're going to need for the rear differential is a hex 8 or Allen wrench 8 for the plug. This is for the fill and drain plug. And then for the Haldex unit, you're gonna need a T25 for the pump, and then a quarter or another coin for the fill plug. And then the fluid that I am using for the rear def is the Amsel Severe Gear 75W90. I have an account with them, so I'm using their product. You can use any other product that you feel comfortable with, like Mobile One or whatever other ones that's readily available at your auto store. And then for the Haldex all-wheel drive system, I recommend using the Volvo brand transmission oil for the Haldex. I think mine's a Haldex 6 or 7, or is it changed from a different brand now? I think it's JKN or something. Is now it's a British company. It's now making the all-wheel drive system for the Volvo. But recommend the transmission oil AOC for that unit. I don't know. I have not seen a substitute fluid for the all-wheel drive system, so I would recommend you using the Volvo brand. Also, the rear differential and the front differential, it only has a fill, and the fill and drain plug are the same. So you're gonna have to pump out the fluid from the rear and front differentials, and then pump new fluid in. So make sure you have one of these tools to take out the fluid and to put new fluid in. All right, so we're gonna go underneath the car and start with the rear differential first. So we're in the car. All right, so the rear differential is here. I know they call it by a different name, Volvo does, but I old school, so I call it rear differential. This is the rear differential. The rear of the car is this way. The rear bumper is this way. The front of the car is that way. Okay, so it's gonna be on, if you're facing the car, it'll be on your right side. And so this is the fill and drain plug of your rear differential. There's no drain plug anywhere else. This is where you take out the fluid and you put it in. Okay, and then if you move out towards this way, here's your all-wheel drive Haldex or GKN, whatever they want to call it, system, where you got the two bolts, one bolt here, one bolt over here. You take out the electrical connection here, you take this out, and then you drain it, so you can drain all the fluid out, and then you fill it over here. So we'll discuss that after the rear differential, and then, for a reference to the all-wheel drive system. But first, we're gonna go ahead and take care of this, the rear diff first. So here you need, like I said, a hex 8 or Allen wrench 8. And where is it? Okay. So looks like it has some type of sealant coating on it. So I bought some to put on there, because there's no crush washer on reference to this system here. So you can see there's some orange, looks like sealant, high temperature sealant, that I would also be. Okay, put the drain in case any fluid comes out. I'm using a little knuckle because this drive shaft is in the way, and shouldn't be any fluid coming out of here, but you never know. Yep, all right. Looks like the fluid's still good. There was some metal shaving on here. This is a magnet, so it collects any type of shavings, metal shavings or anything like that. So it was a little bit dirty, not bad at all. Like I said, this car only has 30,000 miles, so so it shouldn't be that much. But I'm gonna clean this off, and then I'm gonna start extracting the fluid out of that here in just a second. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and draining out as much as the fluid. I'm using this medevac that I have a friend had. And as you can see, it's not that bad. See, it's a little bit of darkness. And so I'm just gonna drain out as much of this fluid as possible. Yeah, it's a little dark. So, so you can use a hand pump, but I tend to using this pump system to drain it. Give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, shouldn't be too much in here. All right, let me see. Make sure I get the pipe, the hose all the way in there. Just a little bit more. And you're probably not gonna get all the fluid out. That's fine. As long as you get the majority out of it, which as you can, that's all that matters. Okay, I think that's gonna be all that I can get out of it. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and suck in new fluid, like so. This is like saying the I'm using the Amsol Severe 75 W90. Like I said, you can use any other brand. That you like. And then you just fill it up until it starts to drip, and then when it drips, it's full. She's in there. A little bit more. There you go. It's dripping. I mean, should have enough in there now. Now I'm going to let it drip until it just drops coming down, and then we should be full. All right, so I used some brake clean and a brush, and I took out the old stuff, sealant that's on there. I'm using a high temperature sealed liquid to put back on, because it had some on there. And there you go. Just like though. I'm not gonna put any on the last thread. I'm just gonna put it on the top threads because I don't want any of the sealant in the fluid. So I'm just putting some. There you go. That should be enough. There you go. And this over time would harden. And hands. And so now that I put that high temperature sealant on there, we're gonna clean, and then I'm just gonna put it right back in there, like so. Now the torque spec on this, I believe it's still 28 to 30. And that's what I'm gonna put it. Because this wasn't all that tight. I'm just gonna hand tight actually. I'm not gonna go. Let's see here. Clean that excess off. There you go. Check it one more time, because this was not really that tight to begin with. Yeah, there you go. Alrighty, that concludes the rear diff fluid change. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is the all-wheel drive system. Okay, everyone, I decided to go ahead and torque it, and I torque it to 15 foot-pounds, and there you go. And that's why I'm gonna leave it at 15 foot-pounds. Like I said, I didn't double check the specs on it, but I'm just gonna do it at 15 foot-pounds because, like I said, when I did untie it, when I did try to loosen it and take it off, it wasn't that much of a that much to take off by hand. So like I said, I'm just doing 15 foot-pounds and then see how that goes. If it starts to leak or anything like that, you know, I may change it, but like I said, I'm gonna leave it at 15 foot-pounds. All right, well, we're here. I'm doing the all-wheel drive system, or the Haldex, or the GKN, whatever. This is the pump system where the fluid filters through for the all-wheel drive system. The piece, you know, we're gonna take this piece off. There's two screws, T25s, screw here and then a screw back here. And I'll show you how to get to that because I had to figure that out. But here to fill this is a plug over here, okay? And it's a plastic plug, and I'm using a quarter, and that's all you would need to use. And there's a slot here for the quarter, and then you're gonna turn it counterclockwise to take this off, because if you can't take this off, then there's no need for you to move any forward. And this cable here is in the way, but as you know, I'm trying my best not to let's see here, get this. You also use a screwdriver. Let's see, yep, do it all the way. So here is the fill plug for the Haldex or all-wheel drive. I'm gonna call it the all-wheel drive system from here on out, to fill in the fluid for the all-wheel drive system. Like I said, I'm gonna put it back now. I just want to make sure I can open it. I'm not gonna tighten it. I'm just gonna leave it there, and then I'm gonna show you here how to get to the other bolt, because it's hard to get to. All right, so here we go. Okay, so to get to this bolt, is, you know, it's very easy. Okay, but to get to this one is not so easy, because you have this shield here, heat shield here, and then you have this connector here that's zip tied to this. So I had to cut the zip tie to this, and then this just comes out. You just pull all the way out, and this connector, and it comes all the way out. There's no doesn't seem to be anything I have to press here to get this off. Okay, this just comes off, and then once this comes off, you want to pull this all the way out to here. Okay, so it's out the way. Okay, so you get to that bolt, and then what you need to do is use your wrench here, and then with an extender, come to the bolt. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see here. And then here, I'm off the bolt, and I'm loosening it. Once I loosen it, I get enough, because you know, you like I said, you're limited in space. You can take the extender here and the screw and turn it all the way. Okay, and then that's how you get the on it. Yeah, I'm on it. Okay. Back here, so I'm not gonna sit here and bore you with me taking this off, but so once I take that bolt, you see it? Once you take that bolt off, you're gonna take this one off, and then you're gonna pull this out. So I'm gonna go get the bolts out, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I took the bolt that was hard to get to back here, took that one off already, and this is the other bolt that I just took off. So you can see they're not that long. All right. So now is taking off of this thing. So you're gonna have to make sure you have a drip pan here. You're gonna have to just kind of maneuver it around, so to get this whole unit off. Now remember, you're taking this and this part here. So don't try to take this part off of this here. So I'm moving this off, and there goes the fluid. Oh. There it is. And you're gonna let that drain as much as possible. As you can see, this is the filter, and it doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty good actually. And as this drain, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out, and I'm gonna show you how I clean that out. All right, so here, actually there's quite a bit of dirt and debris from the unit, as you can see. I haven't cleaned it yet or anything like that, but I will, using some brake cleaner and so forth. It's up to you if you want to take this filter off or not is a T10 screws on here. I'm gonna take it off just to do a more thorough clean on it. But you know, it's up to you if you want to do that. You can just, you know, clean it just from, you know, use some brake cleaner and just spray it from the outside here, and not take this off. But I'm taking it a step further and cleaning. Oops. So this is a T10. All right, and then this just should come right off. Take it easy. See, look at all that dirt underneath it. That gunk. And this is just, again, my car only has 30,000 miles on it, and it still has some gunk on it. So I'm just gonna spray this a little bit with the brake cleaner, like so. So get it nice and clean. And then put that down, and then I'm going to get this here. Right here. Now I'm just going to actually like I said, it's just any brake cleaner would do. See, now everything is nice and clean. Like so. Okay, now I'm gonna put this back in there where it's supposed to go. Some of the screws. And then hand tighten this. Just hand tight. That's all you need. This is plastic, so you don't want to over tighten these at all. It's not this is not a bad service to do on your own. Takes a lot of some patience, and there you go. That's it, and it's ready to go be reinstalled. Now, what I would say and do is, before you install this, is to use the oil and lubricate the washers. I mean the O-rings. I'm sorry, not the washers, the O-rings. So when you reinstall, it should be able to reinstall pretty easy. Let's see here. All right. So we're gonna go back underneath the car and reinstall this, and then also put the oil in as well. All right, so you can see it's pretty much stopped dripping for the most part. Clean the inside a little bit. Again, I'm doing this at 30,000 miles, just because, you know, I want to maintain my vehicle as best I can. Like I said, I just lubricated the O-rings by using the new fluid. You know, just kind of go around with the new fluid. The O-rings look good, so I'm not gonna replace them. And then, like I said, I'm gonna clean this out here. and I'm going to reinstall it the way it was. Hold on a second. All right, there you go. Snaps right back in, like so. Make sure that the electric plug socket here or whatever switch is on the bottom. So when you go and put this in here is where it's supposed to be. If this is on top, you have it wrong. So make sure you have it back to where it was at the bottom. So now clean this off a little bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull and put the screws back in where they belong. And once I do that, I'll start the draining process. You gotta line up the holes. Make sure you do that. Hold on a second. Easier if I... Okay. I'm gonna do the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and screw these back in. I'm not going to torque them. I'm just gonna do a hand tight. I'm just gonna hand tighten them because they were not that hard to take off. So, you know, just a nice snug fit should do it. And once I finish that, I'll come back to you and we can show you how to put this back together, and then how to fill the unit back up. Okay, so I just put this screw back in, the screw right here as well. I need to put that one in, and then once I do that, I'll put this back here, reconnect this here. I have another zip tie to zip tie, you know, this part right here to the system, to the connector here. And then once I do that, I will show you how to fill the Haldex unit. All right, so I'm doing this last screw. Like I said, I'm hand tighten only. There you go. All right, now that I hand, as I hand tighten that, put this back, and it should just snap in there. I see, I hear that snap. It snaps in there. It's good. I'll leave that there for now. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and fill the all-wheel drive system with the fluid. Now this is a two-step process. I'm gonna fill it until it drains out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put the fill plug back in, tighten it to where it's supposed to be. Then you're supposed to drive for about 5-10 minutes. Come back, take the drain fill plug out, and then put more fluid in. And then when it starts dripping, that's when the system is level to where to where the amount of fluid is. It has the appropriate amount of fluid in. Okay, so remember, we're gonna fill it up to it drips, and then we're gonna drive it around for 5-10 minutes, come back, and then do it again, top it off. All right, let me go ahead and get situated, and so I can show you how to fill it up. All right, so again, I'm taking the the fluid here, filling it up. Like so. Coming here, putting in and squeeze. Now again, we're gonna do it. We're gonna fill it up until it starts to come out. So I put enough fluid in there, it's dripping at this moment. And so I'm gonna let it drip out a little bit more. And then I'm going to put the fill plug back in. And then clean it up a little bit, take it for a spin, and then I'm gonna come back and put more fluid in until it drips like that, and then we should be done. Okay, hi everyone. We just drove it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and now we're gonna go underneath it, take the fill plug out, put more fluid in until it drips, and then we should be done. All right, so I'm going to take the drain plug out. Okay, let's make sure, in case anything drips, it shouldn't drip, but it's in case. Using this screwdriver here, flat tip screwdriver, and taking it out. Be careful with your muffler here, your pipe. It is hot. So as you can see, nothing came out, which it's normal, because it cycled. When I drove it, it cycled through. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to put fluid in. Oh, I guess some came out, I guess. Okay. I'll get some more of this fluid. It don't take that much. Looks like it's dripping, but let's see here. There we go. Oh, yep. So that tells me that it is full.
Is it hot?
Yeah. So it doesn't need any more. Yeah, it's completely full. Okay, and then let it drip for a little bit, and then we're done. Okay, I'm gonna let it just kind of drain just a little bit. Until it stops to drip. All right. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this again. It's, where's my screwdriver? It's a simple turn. There's no torque in this at all. It just notches it right in there. And once that's done, go ahead and clean this off. Use some brake clean, which I'm going to use, and then you are sitting done. You have successfully change your all-wheel drive system fluid. Again, disclaimer, as always, I am not a mechanic, but I've read a lot and researched a lot on how to change these systems, and they're not that difficult to do. Just, you know, as long as you follow the steps. All right. And another thing is that I probably won't be filming the front differential after all, because it's kind of similar, exactly the same as the rear diff. It has a drain and fill plug the same as the rear diff. You just, you know, take out the plug, drain all the fluid out, then put extract all the fluid out, and then put new fluid in. Use that, you know, sealant like I did, 15 foot-pounds that I used to torque it, and then you should be good to go as far as your front differential. So again, I'm not gonna film the front differential because it's exactly the same procedure as the rear diff. Once you complete that, then you're good for another 30,000 or however you want to change your fluid. Well, that's it for now, and I'll see you when for a recap in just a few minutes. All right, that concludes the video on how to change the rear differential and the Haldex all-wheel drive GKN all-wheel drive system on a 23 Volvo XC90 B6. If you have any questions, comments, please put them down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps you out. And that's all I really want off these videos, is to help those who wants to do their own maintenance on their vehicles, especially the ones for the Volvos. Like I said, I used for the rear diff. Like I said, I used the Amsel severe gear, and then I used Volvo's oil for the Haldex all-wheel drive system. Like I said, you can use whatever you want for the rear diff, but I would recommend you guys use the Volvo brand for the all-wheel drive system. Like I said, please subscribe, like, tell me other things you would like for me to do. I'll show you. I will be, I don't think I've done an oil change on this vehicle as of yet, but once I do that, I'll go ahead and post that on there. And like I said, and any other cars that I do on maintenance on, I will also post. But like I said, please subscribe and write a comment, tell me what you like, and if you have any questions, let me know. Have a good one.